Together on three. 1, 2, 3. Together.
The Aggies return to the practice field this week, a chance for them to get back on their feet and recuperate physically from their first loss of the season.
When we're talking about just kind of the overall game plan for the week, from our perspective, a lot of times it's based off of Sunday and what guys come in with. And then from there, we'll sit down as a staff, come up with some kind of an injury report to present to the coaches.
If there's something going on, we don't want to be reactive to it. We want to be proactive.
Just trying to maximize performance, but at the same time also avoid some problems happening before they've happened. I think maybe in the past we've had some issues at times and we've learned from them. Now it's about really being proactive and not getting into that position in the first place.
We work with Howard a lot out there in collaboration with what he's seeing on GPS units, because he can get some live feeds, and we kind of go from there and readjust student athletes' takes on practice and what their activity level is at practice based off that.
Mental time tomorrow. All right, get over here. If you guys got bumps and bruises, get some extra treatment. You got plenty of time. Make sure you're doing what you need to do. All right, we want to play the way we want to play.
Prepared, we take care of business on Saturday, all right? Play to our standard. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Team.
Recovery we offer to all of our football players on a day-to-day basis to get them ready for the next week.
That's before practice, after practice, making sure we do a great job of warming up, do a lot of stretching, we do a lot of soft tissue work.
Recovery's got to be built in there for your body to be able to revert back, heal itself down, and be able to move on and be at their best level for the next day.
We've got these recovery stations in all of our weight rooms, so getting some nutrients into them as soon as they're done working out, getting some protein, replenishing those carbohydrates, replenishing some of those fluids. Not fueling your body right on a day-to-day basis, you're not going to practice at your best. So if you're not practicing at your best, you're not reaching your full potential as an athlete, so you're not going to be as prepared as you could be potentially come game day.
If you neglected things, I mean, most of these guys probably wouldn't last over 4 weeks straight. I mean, it is a high-impact sport, and level of intensity, not just by impact, but just running and sheer forces on the body and the joints take their toll on each individual. If you're not doing anything, your likelihood of lasting a season is slim to none.
Everybody tries to be on the same page because at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, right? To try to get the most out of the athletes that we possibly can. So, it's a big team approach. And communication becomes huge because there's a lot of parts of nutrition that can affect the healing process of injury.
We definitely share the information that we're experts at, that we're collecting individually. So our performance team meets twice a week just to kind of talk about where we're at as a team, how we want to approach the week. If there are certain athletes that need extra attention.
We maybe get together in a group and just problem solve. What's going on there? What's the kind of common denominator? What's going well or what's not going well?
It's good stuff for us, and our players understand it, and our coaches understand it, and all we're trying to do is maximize potential.
There is a care at a level that's no other here at A&M, and I'm proud to be a part of it, proud to be able to help out with that care. And I know that a lot of student athletes, when they leave here, realize how much that they were taken care of from every aspect of their livelihood as they went through their years here.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football is brought to you by Memorial Hermann, official sports medicine partner of Texas A&M Athletics.
All right, beautiful day, right? Couldn't be any better. Another beautiful day for football. Chance for us to go out and show who we are again. Play to our standard. All right, anybody that gets on that field, you're representing us. We're playing to our standard today no matter what. Hold each other accountable, or cheer for each other. Let's have great energy tonight.
Very simple tonight, guys. We got to play hard, do our job, protect the ball, protect this team. And offense, we talk about the 12% rule. Guys, tonight's one of those nights we talked about it all week. Like Coach just said, it doesn't matter who's on that side of the ball. Let's go have fun tonight. We only have so many of these opportunities left. For you upperclassmen here, it's dwindling down. We only have so many of these opportunities. Let's go have fun tonight and show everybody in the country what we're made of.
A couple things that we've mentioned to the defense all week, in terms of what we need to do. Number one, we got to stop the run. We got to maintain gap integrity up front, guys. We got to knock them back. Don't let a damn zone team get you running sideways. Knock them back. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Coach Sumlin has talked to you week after week about the standard. Every week he's mentioned it. And let me tell you something. We've also talked about daring to be great. Well, we can still be great. Everybody feels some frustration. That's what happens when we don't do the things that we think we should have done. Now, let's see how we're going to respond when we feel a little bit of frustration. And I'll tell you the best way to get rid of it. Go out there and put the pain on them. Let them pay for our frustrations. Get yourself ready to have fun, because that's what it's all about, guys. Trevor mentioned it, and we've talked about it defensively. We don't know how many more opportunities we got to gather. Let's make this one special. Make it count. Have fun today.
Given the okay by the officials to put the foot in the ball.
Texas A&M is stepping out of conference. Still, there's no reason not to dial in.
Makes a pass, throws to the sideline, a catch. The Aggies, that is Reynolds, and he goes out of bounds. That'll be a first down for Texas A&M. Here's a screen out to the left side. That's Williams. He's at the 45. He will be close for the first down.
Christian Kirk dances to the outside, and he's inside the 25, tackled by Wanga. Here's Williams, who was bottled up last week. Gets a block. Touchdown, Texas A&M. DeBuyo sealed the corner, and Williams did the rest. Rodgers to throw under pressure, and he's engulfed back at the 9-yard line.
Teams are aware of Christian Kirk in the punt game. He's been calling fair catches all season. He finally gets a fair shake.
Oh, he boomed that one. That's going to send Kirk backpedaling. He's all the way back to the 26-yard line when he finally got the catch of the ball, making some nice cuts back to the 35, back to the 40, 45, 50. He's down the sideline. He's got a chance to score, and he will. 72 yards, Christian Kirk.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football is brought to you by Pepsi, official soft drink of Texas A&M athletics.
A&M strong to start the second. They reinforced their dominance by upping the advantage.
Now a 35-yard field goal by LaCamera. He missed his first from 50, and he will make good on this one. So field goal effort's good. The Aggies now have made it a 17-0 game with 14:44 to go in the second quarter. 16 seconds off the clock.
After both Aggies punt, the A&M defense looks to get a leg up.
Here's a throw, and that great timing that time. Jaleel Scott, the intended, and Nick Harvey timed that perfectly.
Incomplete, intended for Muse, fourth down. Rodgers with time, steps up, sideline, incomplete. Turnover on downs.
Texas A&M, before the band hits the field, goes marching.
Let's go! Let's go!
Travion Williams tackled from behind. Hanks bringing pressure off the edge. Ford straight up the gut. Ford again. And he's inside the 40 to move the chains. Knight's pass to the sideline, caught by Tabuyo. And the Hawaiian takes it inside the 20 to the 15.
Williams, the running back, gets the handoff at the 10, fights, spins, goes across the 10, and now down about the 5-yard line.
Knight will throw, end zone, touchdown, Christian Kirk.
A 3-touchdown advantage at the break, but Kevin Sumlin isn't ready to rest. The score doesn't tell him everything.
They allowed one red zone trip, but they continue to clamp down there, only allowing the field goal.
Yeah, but I mean, we got to be better than that. That whole last 5 minutes, to give them the ball back and rough the punter, the whole deal. We just not good football.
Good luck second half.
Thanks.
The halftime message must have been well received. A&M is eager to atone for a sluggish close to the second quarter, and they know a quick strike could make the other Aggies wobble.
And it's A&M to receive the second half kickoff. Here's Evans. Pirouettes along the sideline. Has the 20. He's got the 30. He'll cut it back across the 40. And finally subdued at the 46-yard line. A 45-yard return. On first down, here's Travion Williams across midfield. Accelerates across the 40. Tiptoeing the sideline. And now they'll say he is out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Knight off play action, he's got Reynolds. Josh Reynolds off to the races, and that didn't take long.
The Sun Belt's Aggies were burned earlier, yet they play with fire again.
Kirk standing at the 30-yard line. Kirk looking at the coverage, and he's going to return it from the 26. Little burst of speed, 40. He's at the 50, being chased. He's got the kicker to beat at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, he did it again! Wow. 73 on that one, and that beats his previous high of 72.
First and 10 after the measurement. Hubenak over the middle. That's caught by Pope. And he is going to be marked down at the 1-yard line. James White powers into the end zone for another A&M touchdown. A&M 21 unanswered in this stanza.
The Pulse, Texas A&M football, is brought to you by ASCO, your place for case construction equipment in Texas.
A&M is well on its way to victory starting the fourth quarter. Now it's time to build depth, and they better have a solid foundation of it. Everyone will be needed for the upcoming stretch run.
And off to the earlier mentioned Edway. Nice hole, makes a good cut as he hits the line. He got 10 yards.
That's Calvin Klein and a touchdown for the graduate transfer from Virginia Tech. Not the same Calvin Klein sponsoring Sam's wardrobe.
I've been impressed with this kid all night.
Kendall Bussey, career high in rushing yards. He's up to 89. And that does it here in College Station, Texas A&M, 52-10 over New Mexico State.
See, Kirk, I just got to ask you, with the 2 punt returns for TDs tonight, you feel like most of the year people were kicking away from you, and was it finally nice to just get an opportunity?
Without a doubt, that was the thing, especially with the success we had last year as a punt return group, was just, being patient and waiting for those opportunities. We had a lot of teams scheming up on us and doing a lot of different things. So to get an opportunity tonight and capitalize was a good feeling.
Are you aware that no Aggie in history has returned 2 punts for a touchdown in a game? You're the first?
I was not. That's an incredible honor to have.
Tomorrow, we got a lot of guys got little different things going on. That it shouldn't be anybody skipping treatment and recovery. You hear me?
Sure.
Okay. If you're serious about being a champion, if you're serious about what you want to accomplish, okay, that's important. That's important. I told you 8 weeks ago, you got a hell of an opportunity. It's a special group of guys, and it's up to you. It's all up to you, okay? How you approach tomorrow, how you approach the week. Not the big picture. People are going to keep talking about that. Right? Who are we worried about? Who we play next week, right? And it's about us. Let's do the things starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, physically. Physically, to make sure you're at the best you can be next Saturday. That's it. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Minutes after closing out New Mexico State, Kevin Sumlin opened the door to the next day's agenda. It's that key word in this program again, recovery.
Sunday, we bring our guys in the middle of the day for an injury clinic at first and see where guys are at and what's bugging them, how it's bugging them. From there, then we start our initial treatment sessions and our rehab sessions right away.
So this is part of our post-game Sunday recovery, where the athletes come in, get about a 5 to 10 minute flush on their legs, kind of hitting the lower extremity muscle group of the quadriceps, and then we'll do the hamstrings on the backside and the calves. After that, these guys will head down and do a 20-minute stretching session. These guys do this every Sunday, which really helps them get ready for the next week.
It's a day where they can just kind of recover mentally and physically, and so that's kind of how we approach it. Try not to keep them up here for very long, but also get them in here and do the things that they need to do to get recovered.
Recovery, I think, is a huge piece when you get into higher levels of football, just because the game becomes a little bit more violent. Every Sunday we come in and get our flushing massages, and then we go do a little yoga session, and I think it's really beneficial for everybody.
Widen out the knees to the corners of the mat, keeping the left wrist underneath the left shoulder, right hand behind the head. Inhale, open the elbow up towards the ceiling. And exhale, close it down, elbow to elbow.
People don't talk about it very much, but recovery is a big deal, particularly in this league. Champions act like champions before they're champions. It's more than just playing on Saturday. Christian Kirk, people won't believe it, but he couldn't hardly walking back a week ago from Alabama. And recovery obviously works because he was doing more than walking last Saturday.
The Aggies are back in conference play this week. Bumps, bruises, and adversity will come with a return to the SEC. But stay sturdy now, and a substantial reward could be in their future.
This team has done a great job of staying focused week to week. When you get into November and to be in those conversations, I think that's what we all want. And you know, the key is, you know, to stay there.
You know that I'm the man, and if you don't, you better ask. It's the latest and the greatest, it'll never be the last. All I do is win at the top in every season, freezing on the wrist, champagne and celebrating with no reason.